May I have the honor of introducing Shri Vijay Shekhar Sharma ji to you all. Shri Vijay Shekhar Sharma is the founder and Chief Executive Officer of financial technology company Paytm. In 1997, while in college, he started the website indiasite.net and sold it in 2 years. In 2000, he started 197 Communications, which offered mobile content including news, cricket scores, ringtones, jokes, and exam results. 197 is the parent company of Paytm, which was launched in 2010. He has many awards and recognition to his credits, some of which are as follows. He was ranked by Forbes as India's youngest billionaire in 2017 and 62nd richest person in India in 2020. He has been featured in Time magazine's World 100 Most Influential People 2017 list. He was honored with the Yash Bharati, the highest state civilian award of Government of Uttar Pradesh in 2016. He also received an honorary doctorate from MIT University, Gurgaon in 2016. He has been named as the UN Environment's Patron for Clean Air, where he helps to drive environmental action and awareness and advocate for goals of United Nations Environment's Global Breathe Life campaign. I now request Shri Vijay Shekhar Sharma ji to address the House.
Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Honorable Vice Chancellor of our university, Honorable Reddy Sir and other dignitaries of university, and dear friends and colleagues, it's truly a privilege, and I cannot express it in words, to be on the other side of the table, just like I wish one day you, one of you, and most of you be in one or other's functions. I have written something, but I took this up. I learned that the schedule of this function is running ahead of time. I mean, this is the ability of your program schedule and execution and everybody's sincerity. I first of all congratulate you on that very fact, and that gave me an opportunity to say a few more things instead of just what I've written there. So thank you for that opportunity. I believe that graduation or master's or PhD as education, we all understand, is one of that moment which we underestimate in our life, because we are so eager to go to the next junction of our life, let's say work, let's say master's or doctorate, that we underestimate what has happened. In fact, I want to share this, that I'm just a graduate of Delhi College of Engineering and nothing else in my education ever. And just like that, what we are sitting here and celebrating today, I had my movement when I got my degree, and I cannot put it in words once again that how overwhelming that is for me today to see you all. I believe that many of you would go choose to work or build a company like our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister pursues, and I believe that some of you not only will do that, some of you will bring permanent change in our social structure and lives of common people. This is upon us, this is upon our generation to build a country of our dreams that we believe we should be in. I believe that the power and energy in youth is underestimated by youth themselves, and that is why that gets redirected towards many things which once they are experienced, they learn that they could have done much, much, much better. I wish you that you would earn your purpose much before in life than much later in life. The purpose is that energy that continues and continues to be within you and keeps you going when the world at large may not be celebrating your success or your acknowledgement of hard work. I have 3 lessons to give you of my life, which is less about lesson, more about anecdote stories, and I share them with the humility that some of this could be happening with you, or you could just think of a framework and take a decision. Many a times you would want to do something and your well-wishers and everybody around would believe that this is not what you should do. Just like when I was graduating from Delhi College of Engineering, I had one of the best paying job of the campus, and I did not want to take the job. This is 1998, I'm an electronics and communication engineer, and I had the job, probably the best paying of that batch, except that I was uncomfortable because my belief was that if everybody takes a job, then who would take care of something that is to be done and built in India? Well, today it sounds mainstream. On that day it was not. My family, my father, my mother, my brothers, sisters, schoolmates, college mates, everybody that you expect was saying, you're stupid. This is what you should take. Now, many a times you would take decision buy-in from your well-wishers. Remember, your well-wisher and the person whom you're talking is limited by what they have seen or done. This is an important thing that you should do. You never ask a person how to solve a problem of mathematics, let's say a person who has never done mathematics, if you will, correct? You would not ask a humanity person a question of, let's say, engineering, quantum engineering, right? This is not what you would go to. Exactly, this is what happens. We believe that everybody whom we are talking will give us the best advice because they are senior to us in age or experience. Truly speaking, they would give a very perfect, correct general advice which is for your good from their vantage point, but may not be based on your context point. You may be knowing a lot more than that person who's giving you advice. I was hit down 7-0. 7 people have asked, should I start a company or not? I was 7-0. Nobody said that you should. Everybody said you should take a job. And 98, you can imagine, US, H1B, you can understand the excitement of going US. Actually, I come from Aligarh, where my school is Hindi medium school. So, and in my family and school history, I was the only engineer. So, you can, and coming from a family background where people will call an engineer a blank check, if you will, you can understand the statement I'm making here. I was like, why are you not going to go US and take a job, and MNC job, if you will? And well, post facto, we can talk today a lot of reason that I did not do, but my intention to tell you here is that your best well-wisher will give you an advice that is kept at their experience. So maybe many a time you do not seek a buy-in of what you are trying and pursuing. Because one extra learning as a graduation of life that you will learn is that what you are out there to do here on this world, what is your purpose on this world, will necessarily not get a buy-in from everyone. Don't seek social acknowledgements. I mean, this is an acknowledgement and I really respect and regard it, but this is not the benchmark of your success. Your benchmark of success will be achieving something that you wanted to bring the change in this country, in this world, in this humanity. And that benchmark of change that you would set yourself on will be far fulfilling than certain worldly acknowledgement, if you will. Every person of any work will have success and failures. It is not you only, it is everybody whom you are hearing about as a high tide. Let's say in this moment you probably are thinking, Mr. Sharma is something, basically me, and I want to tell you that my downtime and negative stories or bad stories are not shared here in this acknowledgement, right? Which simply should tell you that maybe my 10% glory is something which we are celebrating, but 90% pain we are not even sharing. In other words, when you go through a pain, when you go through an adversity, I really want to tell you that this is the time that you would write a folklore. So this is the time for you to put the best of it, and you should know that you will come out of it as an option, as a choice, that what you make at that point of time. When you face an adversity is also the definition of what your limits are. Because at everyone whom you see on this stage and in your life, you would sometimes feel that you've achieved a great amount of success. But there is no measure of success, there is no meter, right? How? Actually, money is not, I just want to put it on the side because a lot of us, I'll talk about money in a while. Money is not, definitely not. The success is in achieving what the hump that you're crossing. So how do you define that you've achieved a success or not? How do you benchmark it if the money is not? The truth is that you define it by what is actually the problem definition for your life. Sometimes crossing the road is a problem. Sometimes reaching a destination is a problem. Sometimes bringing X, Y, Z, something that we are aiming is a problem. Whenever you believe that you achieved a lot in your life, you should remember to see your ceiling by what can create a problem for you. And that would be helping you understand what is your limitation and what is that you need to work. Continuous education is an important thing, not because that you should do it, but because that is how the way to remain young is. Young are not those who are aged less. Young are those who find curiosity in continuous, any age and every age that they go. I wish you the curiosity, I wish you the passion that you can continue for long years, and not only that you can continue for long years, but you discover more passions as you grow along. I give you another anecdote of my personal life. I thought that money, which is what I come from background, was a success benchmark, exactly what we could have thought about it, because my family didn't have enough money. Yes, even after coming out of engineering college, there were days when I couldn't have 2 cups of tea, and that was a perk to have another cup of tea in the winter. Yes. In that moment, achieving money probably was a benchmark. The interesting thing about any success that we know, that we sort of socially celebrate, whether it could be money, whether it could be title, whether it could be a job, whether it could be a work, is interesting that it comes with a package. It comes with what its fallbacks are. We are not taught about that because this is not common to know. And I want to share that when I was put an attention that, like you just heard, Forbes saying as billionaire, my mom actually asked, तुम्हारे पास इतने पैसे हैं क्या? क्योंकि हमें तो लगता नहीं है तुम्हारे घर में इतने पैसे हैं जिस तरह से तुम रहते हो. I learned that money could become the source of energy or a purpose that I am on the journey of. Never believe that money is the end purpose, because this is very futile. You will feel so high and dry that you will not be able to spend it, and you will become a consumer of the world instead of builder of the world. Consumers are not happy ever, because if you chase money, money is a number and there is no end to the number, and you would become part of a victim journey that you would always underestimate yourself as an ability, capability and impact that you can drive, versus looking at against a comparison that you would see of. Whether you get a job, I love that somebody got a 1 crore plus job, so cheers to that team and individual that who got it. At the same point of time, for those who did not get the best of the job, I also want to tell you that that does not mean your success was less. Your success will be on the purpose that you set aside yourself with and the achievement that you do on that milestone. In fact, I personally believe on our generation, there is a responsibility more than ever. As you can see, the government is talking about creating jobs. The institutions are celebrating entrepreneurship. The organizations are celebrating bringing about a change in our generation. India is at a cusp of becoming that golden dream that we have, that India, the golden bird that we used to believe. And this journey in next 5 to 10 years will decide which direction we'll go for. Either we'll be a seeker or deliverer. That very fact that you hear from our Deputy Chief Minister here and otherwise in social structure, you will be surprised how impactful it is once you are out of your college and you see the real world. Friends, DTU is the place where you learn to hustle. This is not just a place where you get education, you get a lot of worldly education. And I believe that even the batch today would have had that experience. Number of things that you achieve will be defined by number of give back that you've done to the society. I wish you all the success in giving back lot more than you're taking from university and lot more that you ever get in your life. Giving back will give you more joy, giving back of education, giving back of solutions, problem solutions, or even giving back of the money that I wish that you earn. I believe that you benchmark your success on giving back. I believe that you benchmark your life's achievements on something that you bring about a change in. DTU's education will go far and beyond because it is holistic, it is complete, not just because of syllabus, but because of, like I said, other worldly experiences. In my opinion, it is on us, it is on our generation to swing the fortune of our country, and I believe that you would do that very, very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vijay Shekhar ji, for your words of wisdom and also for showing all the facets of your success story.